Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Diane and my passion is painting and creating nature-inspired watercolours in my studio, which are easy for you to do too. I share all my paintings with you on YouTube, and on our website dianeantone.com you can find free downloadable sketches for all the videos to help you make the most of your painting journey. And if you'd like a little bit more, we also have channel memberships with loads of perks for you to enjoy. So welcome on board. Click subscribe and turn on notifications, and let's learn to paint watercolour. Hi everyone and welcome to my studio. Diane here. Hope everyone's well and happy and ready for another creative moment. Today I'm going to show you two things. One is how to really quickly paint the essence of chicken or the essence of hen or something like that. Something along these lines. And the second thing I'm going to show you is something to do with colour mixing. And this is a piece of Bockingford paper, by the way. Bockingford, £140, 100% cellulose, but quite good, especially for practice work. Now, I have recently been given, and I'm very lucky to have been given, a set of Gallo paints. And I heartily recommend this if you have a birthday coming up or something like that you might want to get yourself a set of these. Put it on your Christmas list, if nothing else. I wanted to talk today, though, about how to avoid being depressed by not having this set. Three of the colours in this set that I use quite a lot because they're a little bit unusual are Notturno, which is this colour, and Harbour Blue, which is the fifth one along here, which is this one. And the other one that I use quite a lot is this one, which is Indanthrone Blue. So those are three colours, and those are the colours that I used to paint these three chickens, which I did the other day. I'm practicing. There they are again. So that's what we're going to do today. Those are the colours that I chose. And then I thought to myself, well, not everybody's going to have those colours and they're going to get frustrated with me because they won't be able to do that. And I thought, how could I mix those colours up? Now, every colour that you get, which is ready mix like this, is ready mix for convenience. And for people who do a lot of painting, it's handy to be able to go to a pan or a tube and say, I'm going to squeeze out some of this colour and I know what I'm going to get, especially if you do repeated work. Like if, for example, you're painting a series of cartoons that go to make up a strip cartoon type of thing. If you're that kind of artist, I think they do still exist. They certainly should, and they definitely did. Anyway, so that's not our problem. Our problem is how to reproduce the Gallo colours before we go out and buy some, which we will, no doubt, sooner or later. But how to reproduce those using the colours that we've got. So this is what I have done. This is my mixed up version of this, which you will see is very similar. Indeed, this is my green, which I have mixed, and you can adjust that a little bit until you get it exactly right. So that's close enough for my purposes. And then this is my version of this blue. So fairly close. Not identical, but fairly close. So this is Notturno, this is my version, this is Harbour Green, this is my version, this is Indanthrone Blue, and this is my version. I'm going to show you how I did that, not because I want to be clever and better than Gallo, but just because sometimes if you don't have it, you might want to make it, okay? So it's actually really easy. What I did was this. I took cobalt blue and I mixed it with lamp black. And you adjust the amount of blue and black until you get something which resembles this. To get this colour, I took alizarin crimson and I added lamp black. And when you mix it thoroughly, and you might want to add a little tiny bit of blue, you get something very close to that in alizarin crimson and lamp black. To get this colour, I took olive green and lamp black and blue. So over here we have this colour. So what I then did, for the purposes of this painting that we're going to do, I mixed up in my little dishes, or you could use any kind of palette, some of each of those. So here I've got my blue, watered it down to the right kind of intensity. There I've got my pink, and there I've got my green. And now, without needing my Gallo colours at all, I've got my mixtures ready to paint my chickens. Hope that's helpful. So now I take a piece of Bookingford and I'm going to paint these here chickens. But first I want to tell you briefly about Skillshare, who are sponsoring this video. Skillshare is an online learning platform with thousands of great classes to choose from. The course I've been exploring this month is by Rosalie Heslett and is called Watercolor in the Woods. Rosalie talks about colour mixing in some depth. So if you want to develop some of the ideas I talk about in this video, her course would be a good jumping off point. All Skillshare classes are ad-free and there are new classes every week, plus the whole catalogue is now available with subtitles in several languages. And because Skillshare is kindly sponsoring this video, the first 1,000 people to use the link or my code in the description below will get a 1 month's free trial of Skillshare. And now, let's get started. A few years ago, about 18 years ago, I remember I painted my first chicken. I was on a course, was it 18 years ago? Might have been 15 years ago, 55 I think I was, so about 13 years ago. I hadn't painted chickens until then because I thought they were too difficult. But you can simplify them right down, and you can simplify them down to this. Take a brush, this is a large round brush, this is a size 11 rather, and just paint a smile. Think of a piece of watermelon, okay? And then add the tail and add something indicating the beginning of a head. Lo and behold, you have a chicken. Now these ones, I have taken a pen and I've given them some messy feathers on their tail, some messy, what do you call it, on their head, a beak, an eye, and a wattle. This is called I can never remember what that's called. This is the wattle. That is the thing on the top of their head. Then we're just going to draw 2 legs. That's one leg with the foot like that. And then the other one, we're going to have the foot coming down there. And then you can wait for it to dry a little bit and put in a wing. And meanwhile, you can either go around it outside, or you can leave it if you don't want to do the extra lines. And if you want to, of course, you can paint I'll think of it in a minute. You can paint this, or you can leave it like that. So then we're going to put a blue one next to it. So think smile. Maybe this one has got a wonky smile like that. Put in some feathers and just indicate the head a little bit. Then beak, thing on the top of the head, wattle, go round there, and we could have, the legs could be like this. We're walking. Then if you put the eye in, it's running still, you might want to wait for it to dry. That's number 2. And number 3 is going to be in green. And we're going to think wonky smile for this one. I think I have a kind of lopsided smile, you know. Some people do. So this is a kind of wonky smile. Oops, sorry. Take your pen, a nice tail feathers, messy thing on the top of the head. There we are. So now we have a chicken. You can make the legs go like this on this one. And we'll wait for them to dry a little bit and then come in and put some wings. This one might be dry enough by now. So we'll just indicate a wing, just one stroke. That's all you need, really. One stroke there. That one's not quite dry, so that's not going to show much, but that will blend nicely. Practicing our wet in wet. That one's too wet. And then we'll just give them something to stand on. We'll put some bits and pieces of stones on the floor. And maybe we might do a little bit of spatter in the sky. Like that. And I mean, you can do more. You could come in with another colour if you wanted to, and you could paint the stones, or you could paint little bits of corn using yellow or something like that. So you can change it up, make it more elaborate if you want. But if you just want to dash off a very quick chicken-like image, there you are. And you could put a cockerel in as well, which would obviously take up more space because they're bigger. But so there we are. You've got your fake Indanthrone blue, your fake Notturno, and your fake harbour blue or green, whichever you want to call it, to give you a nice, soft, chickeny kind of painting to do super quick when you need to dash something off because you've got to make a card for somebody and you can't be doing with taking hours over it. So there we are. I had to do this one super quick today. I think it's going to pour with rain in a minute. First time in 2 months we will be getting some rain, hopefully today. So I'm going to let you go and I will see you again soon. So bye everybody, bye for now.